Thanks for having me on, Lee, by the way, and good morning to everybody. My name is David Baez. I've been licensed for about 4 years going on now, 2017. I've been with Keller Williams for the last 2 years. I'm a South Florida native, so I'm born and raised here in North Miami Beach. And yeah, last year we closed, business-wise, last year we did 10 million, 42 units, and this year we're already past that. So yeah, it's been great.
Last year closed 10 million, about 300,000 in gross income, and we're halfway through the year and you've already surpassed that.
Yeah.
So David, let me bounce off of you. What do you know now that you wish you knew 2, 3, 4 years ago when you got started?
It's a great question. And my first year I made $15,000. And that's because of simply not knowing what to do and not having the right guidance. When I really joined this company and seeing what a coach can do, that's when I really started seeing results in my business. So I think if I can point out one thing, is finding a mentor or a coach as soon as possible.
Yeah. And do what they ask you to do.
And do what they say without asking questions.
Right.
When they tell you to jump, don't ask any questions, just say how high.
Yeah, for sure. And I think, David, you epitomized that, because when we got together finally here at Keller Williams, you were at an online company before, with a couple initials, and you came over, and in your first year, you doubled your income.
Yeah, and been doubling it ever since.
And you doubled again, and then you're in the process of doubling again. What do you owe this massive growth year over year over year?
I think simply it would be, and going back to the first question of what I would have told myself, another thing I would have said is just simply decide that you're going to be successful in this business, that you're willing to do whatever it will take to reach your goals, whatever that may be. Not everyone here has a big goal like I do of eventually being an MREA and making $1 million or more and building other businesses. Whatever your goal may be, whether it's making 50, 100, 150K a year, just make sure that you have the schedule to prove that. Because there's a saying that goes around, show me your schedule and I can guess how much money you have in your bank account.
What does a perfect day look like as a schedule?
A perfect day looks like to me is first, waking up at your desired time, having time to plan your day, which for anyone that doesn't know, another great saying is your day begins the night before, not the morning. So the night before is planning out my day. So when I wake up, it's a similar schedule. It's prospecting from 8 to 12. Sometimes I'll get on a little later, a little earlier, depending. I have 2 kids, so it depends. But mainly getting that prospecting every day. To me, I'm not focused on closings. I'm not focused on pendings. If I didn't set a seller appointment or if I didn't prospect that day, to me, technically, I was not in business that day.
And David, what does leverage mean to your business? How are you leveraging where you are in the maturity of your business?
Basically, just to give everyone an overview, it's me and my wife. So we have a husband and wife team. My wife is mostly dealing with the administrative stuff. We just actually hired a VA a couple months ago, which has been phenomenal in leveraging our time, especially with kids, and the wife's able to do more things as well. So aside from that, we also have 2 showing agents. So when we have a buyer come in, we don't show them property, we have that. But to answer your question, leverage has definitely changed our life. Just by us talking, going back to the numbers of us doubling our business this year and making more money than we ever have, we've actually I've been working half the time that we worked last year.
Hold on. You are on pace to double last year's income and you're working half of the time.
Correct.
That sounds like leverage to me.
Yeah. And it sounds like a life by design, right?
Yes.
So now I'm able to spend more time with my kids. If it's outside of the 5 main roles of a real estate agent, which is lead generation, follow-up, sitting on appointments, negotiating contracts, and practicing role play. If it's outside of that, it really should not be in my schedule, is what I've come to find out. And I'm still getting there. I'm not perfect. It's just a day by day, just step by step. So to answer your question, leverage has definitely changed our life. It's not only helped us live better quality lives with our kids, but also make more money.
How has your real estate coach impacted your business?
Oh, tremendously, tremendously. It's not something that I would say most people expect that when they hire a coach, they're going to get to 0 to 100 overnight, and it doesn't work like that. They're completely going to revamp you and try to revamp your business to not change what you are doing, but instead add on top of that. So that way you can eventually get to the goal that you want to get, which next year I have a goal of doing, I'll say at least 100 units. So it's a big goal for me. So I know in order to get there, I need guidance from somebody that has not only done it, but somebody that's doing it consistently. Question, my coach has got me seeing bigger than I can ever see. I mean, now he's telling me, hey, 100 units for you is not big. I see you doing 3, 4, 500 units at one point. So it's something that has me thinking a lot bigger, and I just gotta, just feel the fear and do it anyway. So that's what a coach does for you.
So let's dive in there, and that's awesome, David. So here's a question for both of you. How many hours are you focused on generating leads daily?
For myself, I'll say at least 2 to 4.
At least 2 to 4 hours a day, you're focused on generating new business. What are your 2022 goals?
My 2022 goals, 100 units, 30 million.
You have to imagine it first, and then we create systems to get there.
And I just want to add something really quick as well about social media and leveraging it. It's something very important. So even though I'm putting in my 2 to 4 hours prospecting, which is direct calls, direct text messaging, in the afternoon, if I don't have any appointments, and this has brought me tremendous results, I simply just open up my Facebook and Instagram. I literally go on everyone that is not in real estate, that is their birthday and anniversary, their dog died, they just bought a dog, and simply just congratulating them. And it's a way of going back to what Rafi said, is staying in front of people in every way possible. So just by you wishing somebody a happy birthday, that's you touching them without you even realizing. Awesome. So, and that has come from people after, sending me messages, hey, I want to sell my house after and stuff like that. So, and that's not even somebody that I really prospected. It's just, nurturing on social media over time.
I love that. So here's a question. Why do some agents succeed and many fail?
I would say that many of them fail to have a schedule.
That's simple.
And if you don't, I guess, I forgot how the saying is, but if you don't plan your day, you're planning to fail. Oof. The way I see it. I mean, a lot of people want instant gratification in the business. They expect that they're going to come in and show up for 2 weeks or 2 months or 2 years and expect that they're going to be somewhere. And I think another thing is that a lot of people come in with a plan B. Myself, I burned the ships as soon as I came in. I was going to bring that up. Do it. And I told myself, many people say, oh, if this doesn't work out, I can go do this. I can go do something else. You have to decide. People think that it's be, do, have. It's not the other way around. People think that when they get the money or when they get the results, they'll become a successful real estate agent. I see it as you have to decide that you're going to be a successful real estate agent before the results come. Yeah. So you have to do that and then take it step by step and burn the boats. For me, I have to succeed at this whether I like it or not. I mean, most people know my story, but it goes deeper than that. I mean, I got in a lot of trouble in my early adult years. I got convicted for some crimes that I didn't do. So it's not like I can say, hey, I'm going to go do this or go get this corporate job. I can't. So I have to make sure that I'm able to provide for my family. And I'm grateful that I was approved by the Florida board to get my real estate license, and originally came in just trying to make 50, 60K because that's the most anybody in my family ever made. So I looked at that as success. So I was like, as long as I make 50 or 60,000, I was like, I'm good. At least I could pay my bills. I could, take my kids to a nice restaurant here and there. But now we can do that every day if we want to. And, our vision is much bigger than that now.
Yeah, I love that, David. Because before I got into real estate, I was making 35, 40,000 with overtime. And one of my goals was to pay that much in taxes, because that's how you're crushing it, right?
Yeah, that's awesome. It's like that. It's like another person I was just hanging out with. It was like, you can either be the person that wants to make 50, be with the group that wants to make 50 or 60K a year, or be with the group of people that say, hey, 50 or 60K in a month is a bad month. Yeah. So, that's the type of people that I'm with now. And I've always thought that you had to work hard to make a lot of money. That's not really you have to work hard. It's think and grow rich, not work harder and grow rich.
Yo, we are dropping all these nuggets.
I believe that when you think you know everything and you stop learning or stop wanting to learn, you start dying. Your businesses start dying, at least. So you have to be, one of the key to success is to always be a consistent learner, to always want to grow. If not, you're always going to be hitting plateaus, and that's why many people get out of the business. So I see it as that if you want to grow your business, you want to learn more, you want to learn what other people, what they're doing, that are doing much more business than you, join these groups. I mean, this money is gonna come back to you tenfold if you really go into it wanting to learn and really go into it with the commitment and the desire to grow your business.
I love
And
that.
not only your business, but yourself personally as well, because that all falls into place.